It is not a good makeup day today. Hey B, why are you sitting on the floor? Because I'm packing for a little mini vacation that I'm taking this weekend, and I just didn't feel like getting my chair. So ever since I made my Valentine's Day video, you guys have been wanting me to make a video about relationships. And I was actually planning on making that for you guys this week. However, during this week, a series of very unfortunate and somewhat embarrassing events happened to me. So I thought that I would share them with you instead, and then also kind of share some other embarrassing moments that I've had in my life. So without further ado, here are some embarrassing moments of my life. So I'll just go ahead and start with what happened to me this week. Earlier this week, my mom had a meeting for her work out in the city, and I also needed to go to the city too, so I just kind of bummed a ride with her. And the plan was that while she was at her meeting, I was going to take her car and go get what I needed at this place. And then I'd come right back. I was only planning on being gone for like 15 minutes, okay? So we get to her meeting place, and so I get the keys to her car, and I'm driving along the highway, and out of nowhere, this freaking deer runs into me. I hit a deer with my mom's car on the highway in the middle of the afternoon in the city. How does this even work? I don't even think I used my blinker to get off on the side of the road. I was just panicked. I was freaked out. My adrenaline had kicked in. And I remember just standing outside of the car, just bawling my eyes out, because not only did I just hit a deer, I hit it with my mom's car. And I was only planning on being gone for 15 minutes, so I didn't have my license with me. I didn't have a thing. I did not plan for this to happen. That is for sure. And then a group of teenage boys passed me in their car, and they all pointed and laughed. I'm like, ah, look at that. And I really wanted to flip them off, but there was the state trooper standing right next to me, so that probably wouldn't have been a good idea. And I mean, everything turned out okay. I'm not hurt. I'm okay. I'm here. The only thing that happened on me is I have this really, really, really tiny bruise that you probably can't even see now from hitting the gear shift when the impact happened. And I mean, her car's fine too. It just needs a new front. So I think I was either in kindergarten or first grade. I don't really remember. But I remember there was this kid in my class. He had this massive crush on me. I was just kind of friends with everybody at that time, but I didn't like him back. But this kid, he had this huge crush on me. And I remember for Valentine's Day, he made me a hand cut out paper heart thing, a paper heart card thing. And on the card was taped a Lego guy and a ring with a very large diamond. He had given me his mom's wedding ring, and she was not very happy about it. And I still remember, when she came and got it, I went and got it for her, and I held it up, and I was like, I didn't even want it anyway, so. Speaking of wedding rings, I have actually been proposed to twice in my life. The first time I was proposed to was senior year of high school. I wasn't necessarily dating this kid, but we were going on dates. And I remember on our second date, we were sitting in his car, and he just looks me in the eyes, and he goes, I'm starting to have impure thoughts about you, and I could really see us spending the rest of our lives together. What? First of all, good for you for being honest, but you should really keep your thoughts to yourself, especially when there's something like that. And second off, I just don't really feel the same way about you, so take me home. The second time I was proposed to was in college, and there was this guy that just really liked me, and he was the type of guy that when he likes you, he likes to bug the absolute crap out of you. He's the kind of guy that texts you 10 times every day, even though you don't reply to him. Like, this kid drove me insane. But he was friends with some of my other friends, so he was just always around. And one night, our kind of group of friends, we went to go get snow creams, and he insisted on paying for mine and told the cashier that we were together. And when I corrected her, he kind of got pissed off. But at the end of the day, he got down on one knee and asked me if I'd marry him. I was so embarrassed for him because I looked into his eyes and said, no. Man, I'm such a jerk. So in high school, I got turned down 4 times to a girls' choice dance. Yep. 4. Needless to say, I did not go to that dance. However, the most embarrassing part of this whole fiasco is how one of the guys turned me down. A lot of times when you ask people to dances and stuff, you do it in a creative way, like you go and mess up their room, or you go and color on their car. But I like to bake things, and so I made him homemade donuts. And on one of the donuts it said, will you go to Sadie's with me, or whatever. And then on the donut holes, there were some that said yes, and there were some that said no. So I gave it to one of my friends to give to him. And a couple days later, I get called into the office, and there was just this box of donuts waiting for me on the office counter. And so I open up the box of donuts, and there's a little note in it that said, "Oh, donuts, I've already been asked." So here I am in high school, and I'm standing out in the hallway with a rejection letter and a big box of donuts. So another high school dance story. My high school, we had this thing called promenade, and it's pretty much just the before prom, where you walk out on stage in front of pretty much the whole entire town, and they announce your name and who your parents are, and then you do something cool, a little spin or something, and then you walk off stage. That's pretty much what it is. My first prom, we walked out on stage like we were supposed to, and they said our names. They said my name, they said his name, they said our parents' names. We did our little spin, and I lost my balance, and I fell flat on my face. Oh shoot. To this day, I still laugh about it. I honestly wasn't really all that embarrassed, but this guy, he was pulling me off the stage, and he was kind of a shy guy as is, and he was literally just yanking my arm off the stage, and we go backstage, and we're booking it out the door, and the whole entire time I'm sitting here laughing, and he's just going red, bright red. And we get in his car, and I'm just still laughing about it, and he goes, "I am so sorry." And I'm like, "Why? That was awesome." And the funniest thing about it is his dad got it on camera. And I tried to find the video for you guys on Facebook so that you guys could see it, but I don't know where it is anymore. But I'll still look for it and see if I can find it, because it is just freaking fantastic. So yeah, those are some embarrassing stories that I've experienced throughout my life. I know that a lot of them people are going to consider embarrassing, but honestly, I really don't get embarrassed. I just kind of roll with things, and I laugh about it. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys this week. If you guys like this video, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put on new videos every Friday. And I will see you guys next week. And hopefully next week isn't as crazy as this week was. But I'm gonna go finish packing now, guys. So I will see you next week. Bye.